What if I told you the loneliest creature in the wild is not the one left behind, but the one who chooses to walk away? There's an animal that survives not just by strength, but by knowing when to belong and when to leave. And strangely, it might explain why you feel disconnected from people even when you're surrounded by them. In the freezing silence of the wild, wolves don't just live, they belong. A wolf pack is more than a group. It's a family, a system, a survival pact. They hunt together, protect each other, even raise each other's young. Every move is synchronized, like they're connected by something deeper than instinct. But here's the part no one talks about. Sometimes, a wolf walks away, not because it's weak, not because it was rejected, but because something inside it says, "This is no longer where I belong." And once it leaves, it becomes something else, a lone wolf. Now everything changes. No backup, no shared responsibility, no safety net. Just cold nights, uncertain hunts, and silence. Most lone wolves don't survive long, but the ones who do become the strongest. Because they've learned something rare, how to survive without depending on anyone. Now pause for a second. Doesn't that feel familiar? Not the forest, not the hunting, but that feeling of walking away. From people who don't get you anymore. From friendships that feel forced. From environments that feel suffocating. Especially in your 20s, when everyone around you seems to belong somewhere, college groups, office circles, startup teams, and you're just there thinking, why don't I feel connected like they do? So what do? You slowly detach. You stop texting first. You stop explaining yourself. You start enjoying your own company. At first, it feels empowering, like you've finally chosen yourself. But then, the silence gets louder. Late nights feel heavier. Small wins feel unshared. And suddenly, independence starts to feel like isolation. You tell yourself, I don't need anyone. But deep down, you do. Not everyone, just the right ones. And that's where most people get stuck. Because leaving is easy, but finding your pack again, that's the hard part. So you stay in this weird in-between state, not fully alone, not truly connected, just existing, like a lone wolf in a world full of packs. Here's what's actually happening. Humans, just like wolves, are wired for connection. It's not emotional weakness, it's biology. Thousands of years ago, survival depended on tribes. Being alone meant danger. That wiring never left us. So when you isolate yourself, even by choice, your brain interprets it as a threat. That's why overthinking increases. Anxiety creeps in. You feel a strange emptiness, even when you're fine, but at the same time, your brain also craves authenticity. It doesn't want fake connections. It doesn't want forced belonging. So it pushes you away from the wrong people, even if it means being alone for a while. That's the paradox. You're not broken. You're just in a transition phase between leaving the wrong pack and finding the right one. Maybe you were never meant to fit everywhere. Maybe outgrowing people isn't loneliness, it's evolution. And maybe the silence you're scared of isn't emptiness. It's space. Space to rebuild, to rediscover. To find people who don't just accept you, but recognize you. Because even a lone wolf isn't meant to stay alone forever. It just walks alone until it finds its real pack.